Possibilities, possibilities, life is full of possibilities. This is what we're going to talk about today. Hi everyone, welcome back to Brain Mystic, where we are demystifying the brain one neuroscience concept at a time. Each week, we are drawing a card from the Neuro Tarot deck that I've designed. These deck of cards were inspired by the major arcana of the tarot deck and infused with neuroscience concepts. And I'm really excited to share with you this today. So this week the card was Possibilities or Hox Genes, inspired by the Wheel of Fortune card of the tarot deck. The Wheel of Fortune card, as the name implies, is more of a roulette kind of a game where anything goes. It's almost like you throw these dice out and you don't know what the roll is going to land. And it kind of depends upon chance a little bit. And in some ways, it talks about the different paths one can embark upon and what kind of chances and probabilities that can occur. Unlike other cards of the tarot deck, there's a little less agency in the questioner in the Wheel of Fortune card. This card was interesting to me because it immediately brought to the mind of this embryo which has not been shaped yet and has this so much room for possibilities, and so many different things can go right or wrong with it in order to give rise to a grown, developed animal or a human being. And there are these set of genes called the Hox genes that control how this embryo is shaped, and what part of the embryo becomes the head and what part of the embryo becomes the tail, and even more so further down, what part of the head, what part of the brain develops into the forebrain, what part of the brain develops into the midbrain and the hindbrain, and the different structures. So the different regions of the brain and the timing of its development are controlled by this set of genes called the Hox genes. And in a way that they need to function in this really super coordinated manner, releasing these different, controlling the release of different kinds of chemicals and forming this diffusion pool that then shapes as to what part of the brain has different form and different functions. This interplay of chemicals that's caused by these Hox genes gives rise to so many different possibilities. And the interesting bit is, so many things need to go right in order for you to form a fully functional human being, but you can also have small changes and big changes which might be big problems. But that's kind of how the Hox genes can be both naturally modified but also artificially being modified in labs now. I wanted to give a shout out to a friend of mine, Victoria Vesna. We've been collaborating on a project called the Hox Zodiac, which has been going on for over 12 years. If you want to know more about that, go to www.hoxzodiac.com. But I wanted to leave you with the concept of how we've emerged from this pool of possibilities, and there's so much that can happen in life, and just giving you with that sense of beauty that life has emerged, and that our brains are these functional entities because of this game of chance that's played by the Hox genes is kind of what I want to leave you with. So, the meditation for this week, I would like you to think about these cards of possibilities and the Wheel of Fortune, and think of chance, pathways, and possibilities that can happen in your life, that's happened so far, and that can also happen in the future. So it's a very positive card, I think, for me, because I feel like there is these infinite things. Even if things are not under your control, there's still these different paths out of situations and things like that. So that's it for this week. So I will see you again next week. Thanks for joining me.